Hey, what's going on? Daniel here. Welcome back to another video. So if you're an entrepreneur or you're aspiring to be one or a freelancer, as the title of this video suggests, these are the three biggest red flags that I see in clients that makes me want to reevaluate my working relationship with them, or at the very worst, sever ties with such client. And if you avoid these three red flags, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier, and you're going to make more money and even just like make your freelance lifestyle, your entrepreneurship lifestyle, just make it go a lot smoother. And if you're an entrepreneur and freelancer, you know that our biggest resource, the biggest resource that you have that you cannot gain back or buy with money, is time. And the biggest red flag that I see with clients when they're working with freelancers or entrepreneurs is a lack of respect for time. And if you are working with a client and they simply do not respect your time, then you simply should reevaluate your working relationship with them. So if you're a freelancer, chances are that you are inviting clients on calls. Maybe you want to share your ideas, want to share, briefs and, service agreements and things of that sort. And you just want to get on the same page with them. And these calls are not meant to be more than maybe 30 minutes or even less than that. If clients simply do not keep to that time that you set ahead, then it's simply a red flag. They're not going to respect you. They're probably not going to respect the final product or the work that you deliver to them. And I see this happen time and time again. If you're just getting started, there's a high chance that you're still struggling for money, struggling to gain clients or even retain clients. You might be thinking, well, I mean, if they don't show up to one call, or if they show up late to a call, maybe it's just, I can just let it pass. I can just, slide under the rug. But believe me, this is going to bite you in the ass going forward. So if a client is not showing up to calls, or they're showing up late, or they just won't shut up when they're supposed to know that this call is supposed to take 30 minutes and they just keep going on for 45 minutes, 1 hour, and you've been giving them opportunities, to stop the call, and they simply don't. It means that they don't respect you. They don't respect your craft, and they don't respect, or they will not respect, the work that you do for them. Now, the second red flag that I see is clients who want you to get them results at all costs. Now, when you get on calls with some clients, you hear them say things like, this project just has to work. I'm a digital marketing strategist and I run ads for companies, I run ads for brands, I consult with them, on brand marketing and things of that sort. And when I get on calls and someone tells me, hey, you see, like this is, we only have a certain amount of money per month and we don't have more than that and we need to make it work, or this is it, like we've done so many we've tested so many channels, we've tried so many agencies, and you are last resort. We just want you to help us make this work, like our business is relying on this to work. That is a red flag. I tell clients all the time, look, I'm not a magician. I know my job, I know my craft, I understand what I'm supposed to do to get you results. But sometimes marketing is just what it is. That is the nature of marketing. The things are just going to take a long time, or maybe we just need to test different strategies for a longer period of time for things to click, for something to work. But if someone comes to you and they simply tell you that, hey, we just need this to work, we need to make this work, that is a sign that that project is not going to be successful. Because say, for example, it takes you 3 months or 4 months to get results, or maybe a few weeks to get results, maybe 3 weeks, and the client is coming back to you after a week and asking you, hey, how is that going? We're running out of budget, we can't afford to do this for this long. How do they expect you to do your job? So you need to set very clear expectations at the beginning of the project to a client and tell them, hey, look, this project is going to take me so amount of time, and if you're not willing to go along with that timeline, then I don't think this is going to work. But if you're just nodding and smiling every time they tell you that you need to make it work, you're bringing a lot of problems to yourself in the future. So make sure you keep this in mind and make sure you're setting the right expectations when you're about to begin the project. So that is the second red flag. Now, let's talk about the third red flag, which is a lack of respect for boundary. Now, this is kind of related to number one, which is lack of respect for your time, but boundary is kind of different. Now, imagine that you've onboarded this client, you've begun your project, and things are, just starting to take off. And your client start asking you every single day, How is this project going? What are we working on? What is the strategy? How much have we spent? How many results did we get today? That is a sign of bad things to come. If a client cannot respect you, cannot respect your expertise to carry out the job and to deliver results, then it's just going to bring upon you unnecessary pressure. I'll give you an example. So I onboarded a client about a month ago and I had to offboard them after a couple of weeks. Ideally this morning. In fact, that's the reason why I'm making this video, because this is born out of real life experience. Now, we started running advertising, like we set up this client's account, we onboarded them, set everything up, and we launched the ad campaign 2 days ago. And I woke up to a text message from this client. In fact, I already talked about lack of respect for time and boundaries. I think this is one of the very salient examples of that. Having to text me my personal line or send me a voice note to my personal line that, hey, I went into the ad account and I shut off the ads because we need to fix something on our website. Now, they didn't come to me ahead of time and say, hey, we need you to shut off the ads, or we need to pause them because we need to fix something on our website, or this is something we're seeing that may affect results. They went into the ad account and they shut things off by themselves. Now, that is a lack of respect for boundary. As much as it is the business, they still have to understand that they brought you in for a reason as the expert to help them solve a problem that they couldn't solve by themselves. So they have they have the right to do so. But as a matter of respect and respect for boundary, as you as the professional and them as the partner, they should inform you ahead of time. They should have informed you ahead of time. And a lack of respect for personal boundary also involves, clients texting you on your mobile phone when you've invited them into a Slack channel. They don't text you on the Slack channel simply because it doesn't work for them. Of course, when you get to a certain level of relationship with your client and you just feel like you've worked together so long that you've established a baseline of the kind of respect that you expect from each other and of each other, and you've have a cordial work relationship for a while. How you communicate is up to you. You can choose to decide how you want to communicate at that point. But when you're just getting started, getting to know each other, feel each other out, you still haven't gotten any result. Things can still go awful at any point in time. You want to keep that boundary between yourself and your client. And if they do not respect that boundary, then it is a sign of bad things to come, and that is obviously a red flag. Now, these are the 3 biggest red flags that I've seen in my career as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer, and I hope that if you take these things to heart, it's going to make your life a lot easier and you're going to have a much better time, much happier time delivering work for your client. If this video is helpful, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, leave your comments down in the comment section, and I will be sure to respond to them. I'm Daniel. Now, see you in the next one. You take care now.